There you go. Good job.
Good job.
Okay, we are recording. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this video, and this video was sent to me by another executive director. And I want you to watch this video, and then we're going to discuss a couple things based on the video, and then I got some notes to share with you. So let me turn to share screen here, and I want to show you guys this video, and then I'm going to ask you guys a few questions after, kind of like a teacher would. So if you'd like to take notes, now's the time to pull out that notepad and get your notes down.
I hope you can hear it.
Can you guys see all that?
Yeah.
Okay. You may mute your line.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Okay, hold on. If you'll mute your end, then we won't hear any background noise, and then I'll turn mine up as loud as I can. Okay.
It won't work.
Why? It won't let me show this?
Try. Oh, it's working.
6 months. It's 13 years. For years, I was mostly a casual consultant, and at times, very passionate. My only goal was to earn whatever the consultant was,
There's no way I can hear that.
make enough money to pay for
Yeah, I have no idea what she's saying.
and hire somebody once in a while. I got lucky along the way.
Okay.
I recruited a couple of others to join my team. We were promoted to director twice. I know what that means, right? After regaining my title the second time, I got a little more serious.
Can you hear it at all?
I needed to grow my business.
No.
Enough to meet my director minimums.
No, I can't hear what she's saying.
Does that video have captions?
As long as I met my goals, one.
How do I know that?
3 months,
Hit that button. Oh,
Download?
I would be
I don't know.
management every
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I do this? What if I go into, what if I download it and go into your guys' message, this message I just sent you guys on Facebook, and have you guys watch it real quick, and then come back?
Yeah.
That work?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me download it, and then I'm going to go into your guys' messenger like I sent you guys messages earlier.
Stop.
And then that should be on. Let me stop share for a second. I was really hoping that I could get it where.
It's because your Zoom is using your speaker as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay, if I do downloads. There it is. Okay, Kayla, you have been sent. Kayla, tell me if you can see it. I wonder if I can I copy? No, it's not letting me copy. Okay, Marissa, I sent it to you. Marissa and Kayla, can you play it?
it hasn't come through yet. Did you send it to the right, Marissa?
Why don't you post it on Harper Director?
Hey, that's a smart idea.
We can all get it at once.
Well,
Good thinking.
wow, look at you, smarty pants.
I know.
Melody's on her A game tonight, Kayla. Leave her
Oh,
alone.
it's been a long day, guys. Leave me alone. You saw what I've been dealing with.
You want a cookie?
No, because that's probably my problem. I started keto.
That's my problem.
Kayla,
I don't have a lot of love right now. I have a lot of non-sugar going on.
Kayla, what is wrong with us? Like,
Oh, that looks so good.
do we all eat cookies?
I want one.
I don't have any cookies in my house right now. That's just mean. Don't make me go make a cake.
I've got a big old glass of milk I'm drinking with mine too.
Who's showing cookies?
Hey, don't
Oh.
anyone show. I can't see what y'all are doing right now, but let's just keep that to yourself.
Shelly, are those the cookies that I ate when I went over there?
I'm trying to think of what cookies you ate.
They were in a white box.
Your cookies are that old?
Well, they're not the
same
same exact
kind.
cookies.
You need to
Those
eat.
were. I could have eaten the whole box.
Okay, everyone, it has been posted in Harper Director page.
But here, I got a box of cookies with my new car last night.
What?
Aw.
I got one left. Jeremy ate the rest, and there was 10 in the box.
Okay, you have it's
The
10
fall-
minutes and 57 seconds. So you have 11 minutes starting now. And you may want to put yourself on mute or we're going to hear a whole lot of noise.
Heads up, Mel. We have to download it first before we can watch it. So
Am I the only dumb one because it's playing and I can't hear it?
I had to download
Me
it.
too. It's not making sound.
So I think we have to get off.
It's,
Yeah.
I'm watching it on my phone, but even at that, it's still. I have to like strain still. Like I've got to turn my speaker. Like my speaker's all the way full blast. But I don't know if it's the way the recording was done. Melody, you're muted.
Melody, you're muted.
Mine's working fine.
Okay, I'm leaving. I'll get back on.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Melody, I just found something. I don't know if this will work for next time, but when you click on share screen on Zoom, at the very bottom, it gives you like all 8 options of what to share or whatever. At the very bottom, it says share computer sound. I don't know if, and then it says optimize for full screen video clip. I don't know if next time if you click both of those buttons, if it would have better sound. So, anywho.
Facebook doing demos and posted pictures of recipes I was making. I even held a customer appreciation party at my house. I took the booking and selling courses on PCU. I listened to recorded training sessions. Probably like many of y'all, I never intended to stay longer than about 6 months. It's 13 years, right? For years, I was mostly a casual consultant, and at times, very casual. My only goal was to earn whatever the consultant bonus was for that month, make enough money to pay for getting my hair done, and hire a cleaning lady once in a while. I got lucky along the way and recruited a couple of others to join my team. I even promoted to director twice. Y'all know what that means, right? After regaining my title the second time, I got a little more serious and decided that I needed to grow my business just enough to meet my director minimums, earn my director benefits, and have my cleaning lady a little more often. As long as I met my goals 1 out of every 3 months, I considered myself successful. I was the queen of crisis management every 3rd month. I'm sure I drove my director, Heidi, absolutely crazy with this strategy. So fast forward a couple of years. I decided that it would be fun to earn excellence awards. I wanted that beautiful bracelet and the 500 Pamperchef dollars that came with it. I had never even come close to that level of sales. But that bracelet had my name on it, and I wanted it. I only had to sell $50,000 to get it. So I had to make a plan. What the heck was a plan, and how do I get one of those? I had never really planned anything in my business. I was with whatever happened. And now I had to learn to challenge myself. I had been to tons of training meetings. I had pages full of notes stuffed in binders in my office. I really did listen to all this good advice. I just didn't go forward and act on any of it. I had always been told that any goal worth setting should be big enough and scary enough to make me stretch out of my comfort zone, and that if I was comfortable with my goal, then my goal wasn't big enough. No thank you, I'm good right where I am. But the bracelet, I had to have that bracelet. So, uncomfortable it's gonna have to be. Bring it on became my motto. I was pretty sure that whatever I had to do wouldn't kill me. I had to learn to be intentional and consistent. At least that's what all the training I had been to told me to do. Be intentional about the target, they said. Say it out loud, write it down. Tell someone, they said. Tell someone? Whoa, that was big, because I totally believed in jinxing myself. And then everyone will know I'm a loser when I fail. So I only told a few people. And you know what? They encouraged me and cheered for me each small step of my goal. Since I was striving for excellence in sales, I made a plan to book more shows. I focused on host coaching to make sure that my hosts would have large guest lists, and I focused more on bookings at my shows. I actually started doing this thing called full service checkout. Y'all, it works. I participated in the booking blitz. I picked up the phone and I called people. I followed up on my stack of leads. I made customer care calls to check up on my past guests. Before I knew it, I booked a full schedule. I worked my tail off, and I earned that bracelet. I was on cloud 9. I got to cross the stage with the Pampered Chef rock stars. I had moved it. Then life got in the way. We took an extended vacation. I had a couple of family emergencies that distracted me, and I found myself back in my comfort zone of working to my minimums. I told myself it was only a temporary setback, and I would pick everything back up as soon as I got over these hurdles. I didn't earn excellence awards for the next 4 years. I told myself I was okay with that, but sitting in the audience at conference was not nearly as gratifying as crossing the stage. I decided that I didn't want to work to my comfortable minimums anymore. As I sat there watching my friends advance across that stage, I knew in my heart that I needed to set another goal and make a new plan. I needed to challenge myself, and I needed to get back to doing the good habits and taking a step forward each day. But what and how? I needed to reset my goals and get motivated again. So later that night, 3 years ago, on the last night of conference, hanging out and celebrating at Dottie's executive suite, I made a pinky promise with another director in our organization that I would always be paid at my level. Did y'all know that you're not allowed to break a pinky promise? Even when there's wine involved in the ceremony. Yeah. Okay, so I needed another plan and quick. I was barely on track to earn that year's travel incentive. What was I going to do? I remembered a quote that I liked from Richard Branson, and it goes, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes, and then learn how to do it later. Okay, so I had this amazing Pampered Chef business that I loved, with friends that I adored. I had the opportunity to earn my choice of Tiffany jewelry, and a vacation, and a paycheck too. Well, yeah, let's do it. As soon as I got home, I got to work. I printed out an incentive trip tracker and an excellence award tracker. I did the math to break down how much I needed to sell each month, and I started making host packets. And then I opened my calendar, and it was pretty much empty. Have y'all ever experienced an empty calendar? I knew what I had to do. I knew I needed 8 shows a month to get me started on my goal. So I held a booking blitz for myself. I called, texted, Facebook messaged, and emailed everyone. And y'all, I mean everyone. Even those past hosts that drove me crazy. I went live on Facebook doing demos. Am I the only one that has past hosts that drive me crazy? Call them. I went live on Facebook doing demos and posted pictures of recipes I was making. I even held a customer appreciation party at my house. I took the booking and selling courses on PCU. I listened to recorded training sessions. I watched videos from some Pampered Chef rock stars on YouTube and Facebook. I reached out to other successful consultants for some of their tips. I attended team meetings and recipe nights. And y'all, I can't begin to tell you how important it is to participate and stay connected to your team. There's some of your biggest cheerleaders. I wore my logo shirts a lot more often when running errands. Everyone I meet knows I'm a Pampered Chef consultant. I once had someone tell me that the last thing you ever want to happen to you is to be invited to someone else's Pampered Chef party. That would totally stink. Make sure everyone you know knows you are a consultant. I did everything I could to get myself noticed. I was still a mom and a wife first. My son was involved in sports, and I was also the caretaker for my then 99-year-old grandmother who had moved in with us. So when my schedule wouldn't allow for me to do as many live shows as I wanted, I jumped on the virtual party bandwagon and started incorporating virtual parties into my schedule. I stepped it up big time. I didn't want to let myself down. I made sure that I held my shows each month, and if I lost one, I didn't just shrug it off anymore. I got to work and I replaced it. If I got behind, I worked harder the next month to get back on track. One thing I had heard over and over from other successful consultants was, you do what you have to do to get what you want. So I did just what I had to do. I'm proud to say that I have earned excellence awards in sales for the past 2 years. I've also earned the level 1 incentive trip for the past 2 years, and this year I've already earned the level 1, and I'm on track for Hawaii. I've always loved our Help with Cancer program, so this past May I challenged myself to a new goal. I wanted to hold more Help with Cancer fundraisers than I had in years past, and to sell as many of the Think Help with Cancer items as possible. That turned out to be a very rewarding challenge, as I earned a spot in the Help with Cancer Achievers list and number 6 in the company. I'm thinking next year I'll step up my game and try to aim for that number 1 spot. I'm far from being the perfect Pampered Chef consultant, and my calendar is not always full of cookies. But when I get into an empty calendar rut, I do what I have to do to get back on track to get what I want. There's a piece of paper. Y'all have boxes on your table, the little Lego boxes. You can go ahead and open those up. There's a piece of paper inside each box. I want you to take it out, write your name, and I want you to take a moment to think about your goals. If I had a basket full of cookies up here, and you could have as many as you wanted, how many would y'all take? Shout out some numbers. How many would y'all take? I'm hearing some good numbers. Okay. What do you want your business to look like? Maybe you're thinking about earning this year's incentive trip to Scottsdale or learning to hula in Hawaii. Maybe you're striving for a title promotion. I'm sure there's something you've thought about. So jot down your goals on that paper. Once you get it written down, I want you to snap a picture of it, and I want you to text that picture to your director. I want you to keep the copy that you wrote on someplace that you're going to see it every day to remind you to stay focused on what you want. When you go home, I want you to do whatever it takes to reach that goal. And remember, you don't have to have the same goal as anyone else. This is your business and your goals. Just don't let yourself down. When you do what it takes to reach your goal, you'll earn things you've never earned before. And even if you miss your goal, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Your business is going to grow, and you're going to wind up with a really nice paycheck. And one last thing. At the Excellence Award Breakfast at conference this past month, Bill Buckley was our featured speaker. The first slide he put on the big screen said this: failure is the option. Those 4 words speak volumes. Failure is the option. Have you ever thought about it that way? It's pretty powerful, isn't it? Don't be afraid to set your goals and get started because you're afraid of failing. If you never start, you've already failed. So I want y'all to pinky promise me that you will not allow failure to be your option and that you'll do your best to reach your goal. Pinky promise? Now elaborate pinky promises. Thank you.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. So I wanted to share that video. Melody Govig actually sent me that video today. We were chatting, and she actually was the person that she was talking about in that video that she made the pinky promise was. It was Melody Govig. And Melody told me that at conference a few years ago, they were up in the, the director's suite, And she said she started talking about, you know, how important it is to hit our title, you know, every month. And, you know, when you hit your title, you know, it helps, you know, others. And when you don't hit your title, those people that you know, the directors that are above you, they don't hit their titles either. So that was when she said that, I guess, this girl that you guys just heard speaking, that's when she pinky promised to never miss not hitting her title again. And so hitting your title obviously is going to result in more pay for you guys. But, you know, it brings a lot of things when you guys are able to do that. So in thinking about that and thinking about some of the things that she talked about, what is something that you guys got from watching that video? You can unmute yourself for this.
Don't let myself down.
Who said that? Misty said that. Don't let yourself down. Yeah. Did you hear what she said at the end? I was in Excellence this year, and so I got to hear Bill Bucklew. I don't know if you guys watched that video. I shared it on our team page. I don't know if any of you have had a chance to watch it yet, but that man is amazing. I mean, he had us in tears. He had us. Tony, have you watched it, Tony?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Is it the one where he was walking across the country?
Yes. He was amazing. And, you know, we've watched Bill on stage, and I was thinking when he got up there, I was like, oh, dear, how is this going to be? Because he's just awkward when he speaks, you know, and he looks off the camera, and he, you know, but when he got up there and he was in his element and he was just talking, he did so good. I mean, it was amazing. So if you guys haven't had a chance, I bet if you type in on our team page, Bill Bucklew, I bet you can get that video to pop up, because that's what they shared at the Excellence Award ceremony this year with us at the breakfast. And like she said at the end there, you know, failure isn't an option, but actually failure is an option, you know, and you can fail, you know, if you allow yourself to fail. So that was a huge thing that he said to us as well. So what else did you guys hear her say?
Or at the very end where, I guess it was Bill Bucklew that says, you really fails if you never start.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Exactly. Anyone else?
I don't know if this is what you want us to go for, but I had a couple of takeaways. My first one was Kayla. One of the things that we talked about at conference, how this year it sucked because we did somewhat slack. I mean, I don't know if I should slack, but we didn't do what we did last year as far as hitting our goals and doing everything that we set out to. And so therefore we didn't walk across the stage that much and weren't recognized. And, you know, we didn't get to go to Excellence Breakfast this year. And so that we just kind of both looked at each other on the last day and we're like, you know, it sucks. So we aren't going to allow that to happen again.
Thank you to you, Melissa.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just
Pinky girl.
Yes.
Yes. It's not going to happen again. Like we're going to get recognized.
We said we're right now we're promising that we will be walking across this stage together next year.
Yeah.
We said it's happening. So
in case y'all didn't know me, I like being the center of attention. So it's
Melissa, does that surprise you about her?
Not at all.
Melissa,
Shelly, what were you gonna say?
My question is, but did you get to have a meal with Carol Adu and sit next to her and tell her you don't use your Pampered Chef?
I did not, thank God.
She did not get a chance to do that.
I didn't even see her this year.
So
that was.
Look.
She was laughing at you.
She was what?
Laughing at you.
Oh.
I said even the baby was laughing at you.
Whatever. Yeah, so that was my first takeaway. My second takeaway was, I don't know, I guess maybe I don't know. It drew my attention because I am an upper level director. So one, I want my directors to have the success they want. So it sucks for me whenever they don't hit their title or qualify, because one, that means they're not having the success that they want in their business, and that sucks to see. But also, it's preventing me from having the success I want in my business. So, that was kind of a huge thing. If people saw it as it's more than just them, this is bigger than just us, individually. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves, which means everything that we do in our business impacts others.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that is the point, like I said, that's when she pinky swear, because she had never, you heard her say she hit directorship and she lost it and she hit it again, so she had lost it, and, she had goals and she had life things happen and she had different stuff. But when Melody said that to her at conference, that was the first time she ever was like, oh, like she didn't think about it that way. And so, and obviously we want you guys to hit your goals. That's a huge part of this business. We want to celebrate with you, and we want, to encourage you, when you guys are able to do what you're wanting to earn in this business, for sure. But, thinking about this month, guys, I am really going to challenge you hard. And this is going to be like a scary, hard thing for you. So get ready. I am going to challenge you to re-promote yourself this month. Okay. So in re-promoting yourself, what does that mean?
5.
Kayla's holding the fingers up. Okay. So what would it look like in your director business if you got 5 new recruits this month and moving forward? Because I have been stripped away so many times, because every first gen director I've promoted, and I've promoted 9 or 10 now. That's sales. That's me having to reboot my business, because that person's team, is taken, away, and the org sales are there always, but it's the personal business, and so when you see, even my personal business, and you see my numbers at 14,000, you had to think about how many times I have lost 10 people, boom, off my team, 10 people, boom, off my team, and I've had to continue to recruit, and so I've had to do that a lot. But, those of you that maybe have had a hard time maintaining, I'm going to encourage you to do that this month, because what better time to have it happen than this month when it's a $29 option. Okay. So if you have people on your team that have dropped off, that you think maybe it just wasn't good timing, maybe they were going through stuff at the time, go back and look at your dropped consultant list in the report section. If you go to reports on the left-hand side, drop. Whoa. Why is there echoing? I don't want to hear myself that loud. Look at your drop consultant list, and it will pull up those people that have fallen off, and maybe it is something where you can reach out. Yes, Melissa?
Is there some trick to that? Because my entire Pampered Chef career, I've tried to look at that, and it will never, ever pull up for me. It says blocking. 0.
It's being blocked, I bet.
No. It pops up to
just that report?
It says 0 consultants dropped.
If you look
and
at
I know we've had like 70.
It says something about they have to be on your personal team, and they had to have submitted at least $1,250 in sales for them to show up. There, it has like this whole, I didn't know about this either. I just read this. There's like all these criteria they had to have met for them to show up on your report. I don't know why, but go and read that, the info thing that, how there's like on this side's the reports, and on the other side is like the information about those reports. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you first pull it up.
Yeah.
Go and click on the info. I don't know why, but that it's right there on the info is where it says all the criteria that they have to meet to be on that list. You could always do a search on your team page. Like, do you welcome each time you get a new person, Melissa?
Mm-hmm.
If you type, like if there's always a word you use when you welcome someone, like for me, it's welcome. So, in the search bar, I write welcome, and then I say only show me posts that Kayla Ford are posted, right? And then I tell it to organize it from most recent on, and then that gives me like a full, like it's every single time I've welcomed someone on the team page, I've got all of their names on there. So, I mean, I can't get my report to work either. I mean, it pulls up, but there's like 3 names on it. So that's what I do.
More than that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So looking at your drop list, that can be a way. Obviously, some of you are brand new directors. You don't probably have a dropped list. So, but what you can do is you can think about those people, you know, that maybe you didn't end up giving the kit to last month. Maybe you chose someone else when other people were interested. Or maybe it is those people that have told you, no, I can't because I can't afford it. Those are definitely people that you reach out to. And you guys saw on, I put it on our Harper Director page the other day. You saw that email that Sharon Zellen made. And if you don't have a lot of customers, you don't feel like you have a lot of customers in your customer care yet, you can copy and paste that and just start texting it out or start messaging it out, you know, and you can do it that way instead of sending an email if you don't feel like you have a whole lot of customers saved in your database yet. So that is a way that you can just send that information. So promoting leaders this month, we have a slew of people that are in director bound, that are wanting to promote, that are wanting to move their business forward. So this month, if you have a director that is not a director, if you have someone on your team that you feel could make it happen, even if they are 3 or 4 people away, right, Misty? Even if they are 3 or 4, and Tony and Debbie, you guys all added people when you guys promoted that month. So even if they are people that you're like, you know, it's going to take some work, but I think maybe they can do it. Okay. Here, I want you guys to write this down, and I'll post this later on our team page too. But I want you to write this down. So here is a way that you can break it down for these people exactly so they have a plan. Okay. So you're going to challenge the person that's wanting to promote to get $2,500 in sales themselves this month. Okay. So the first step is $2,500. Okay. This is if, let's just say they have 0 people on their team. Okay. You can break it down differently if they have people already, and you can, you know, help them figure this out. Okay. Let's just say 3 of the recruits, okay, 3 of the recruits this month are you're going to help them with the grand opening and 2 shows. So 3 of the people are going to have 3 shows this month. Their grand opening and 2 shows, which is what I encourage every single new person to do anyways. Their grand opening and 2 shows. Okay. 2 of the recruits, they're just going to do a grand opening. Okay. So maybe they join later in the month, and what you can manage to get in is a grand opening show for them. Okay. Help them with. So if they do that, okay, draw a line there. Okay. But if they do this, they're going to personally get $600 cash, but then they're going to turn around. So that's just off of their personal sales. So they get $600 off of their personal sales if they're selling $2,500. Okay. Then off of their team, because the team has $5,000, they're going to get an extra $150. And then they're going to get an activity bonus of $50. Okay, so that's an extra $200. Okay, so that's $800 total that that your person is going to make if they just have $5,000 in sales this month. Okay, so tell them they can make an $800 paycheck, and they're going to get $250 in PC bucks. If there's someone that's in their first 90 days, then they're also going to get that $500 cash. So their paycheck is actually going to be $1,300. Okay, so with those of you that have someone that is close, I would share this information with them because they absolutely can make it happen. Okay, and if you want my help in helping them get there, okay, let me know. Okay, because sometimes sometimes you need help breaking down. But to me, with the $29 kit, this is huge for some of those people that have had trouble getting people to join because of the amount it costs, you know. And be sure that they're telling people too that they're going to get that quick cooker for free when they hit $12.50 in their first 30 days. So these people that are joining, you're helping them do a grand opening and 2 shows. That is going to give them much better results of getting that quick cooker for free too. Okay, so, and you know, if they already have people on their team, then say, okay, these 3 people, let's make sure that they have at least 3 shows. And this is just with the shows qualifying. If you add it up, you know, 3 of the people, you know, 3 times, they have basically 600 a piece. They have the bare minimum. Their shows barely qualify. And that's hopefully not our goal. Hopefully these people, their shows are going to do, you know, at least one of them, maybe their grand opening, you know, is going to at least do better than the $200. Okay. So this is like a bare minimum kind of thing, not, you know, shooting huge here. So, but, I can also type up this information and put it, I know Shelly's changing a diaper right now, put it on our team page. Oh, a bath. She's having a bath. I see her.
Aww.
So I'll type it up and I'll put it on there. But I think that for those of us that have, like my Nicole Radin, she has 0 people on her team. I sent her a text message tonight and I said, if I could help you promote to director this month, would you want to? And she said, heck yeah, I'm in. She has 0 people. Okay, but you know, when the desire is there and the want is there, right? Those of you that have done it, you can make it happen. And Misty, look at you with your Mama Joe, like bringing in the shows, and you have Emily who's ready to fast track, and those are 2 people that you added like the last day of the month, begging them, please join my team so I can hit directorship, and now they're blowing it out of the water. So you never know, these people that you put on your team, you know, or help get to your team, you never know what they are actually going to be capable of when they, you know, start this business.
They're my top 2 right now, which I have a question about.
Yeah.
So since I'm fairly new to this, Emily is gung-ho. She is going to make director this month.
Mm-hmm.
It's very exciting. My question is, if that happens, where do my sales need to be this month?
Your sales need to be where they would be any month. So she is, when you qualify this month, she's basically in your org still.
Okay.
So this month is not going to be any different. It's next month that will change. Next month, your sales will your org sales have to be at least 2,500. Right. They give you 3 months of the grace period.
Oh, okay.
So you have 3 months of your sales. Instead of the 5,000, they drop down to 2,500. And they do that because they want you to be able to get more recruits and replace those people that are now not included in your personal sales anymore. Now they're still included in your org sales, you know, so if you were to hit, you know, 12,000 in sales between your team basically and her team, you know, and you promote to advanced director, she goes under your org sales still. Okay.
Yeah, that should be your goal. If she's trying to promote this month, then your goal is 12 org. And you're promoting with her.
Okay.
No option.
So she just joined one person, with our free kid in August. She's got 2 more hosts that are joining at the end of this week, so that's 3. She's already talked to her 4th, so she's looking at her 5th one, and she's already mindset on bringing in at least 2,500 in sales on her own.
Yeah, so she's already
she's there.
Lucky for you, she is.
And this is why we have people go to conference.
Yeah, and she has said, like, had I not gone to conference, my mentality would not be where it is right
Your
now.
mom too. Like, this is proof as to why people need to go to conference. Too bad they don't know it until they actually do it.
Yeah. They're my top 2 sellers right now. Everybody else is either not qualifying or barely bringing in 200.
Then add 5 new people this month.
I'm on it. I've already, with this $29 kit, I've been.
You're on it.
If you think about that with them, and then if you do at least a launch party with each of them, I mean, you've got this.
Look what I did. Okay, just so y'all can see, I'm not crazy. I don't know if y'all can see this. Hold on. I'm trying to get it to y'all. I made my little board yesterday.
Yay! Hey, you're beating me to the punch. Yes. I love it.
And at the top right here is how many people, I don't know if y'all can see that, I went before the end of this year, which is December. And then right there, I'm gung-ho on earning this Arizona trip. Like,
yay!
So I've got it. So now that I've got, like, she's just freaking me out because she's, like, gone full-blown with this, which I love. But now I'm like, I need more Emily's on my team. I need to get more people under me. So, yeah, that was my whole issue is, like, okay, where do I need to be this month?
This month, you keep carrying on like you are. But like this one and this one said, why not try to go for advance because you absolutely can make it happen this month.
Okay.
Yes, Melissa.
Misty, I just want to clarify something. Yeah. Is December the end of the year? The last month?
For trip.
Melissa, stop being rude.
For trips,
Nothing. Marissa knows me, so she got what I was saying. I'll listen to her.
Don't listen to her, Misty. She's being rude.
You know what?
I have you separated by Shelly in the middle, you two.
Yes, it is the last month because my baby was born on the last day of the year.
I was just making sure.
I heard the quick, stop being rude, Melissa. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, you guys have seen me challenge 50 new recruits. Okay, that's 13 more than we've ever had. Okay, so I took the top month that we ever had was 37. Okay, so I thought, if we can do 37, then we're gonna try for 50. I mean, people are like doing crazy numbers, like 75, 100. They got gusto. I think we can do 50 though. I really do. I think that we can do that. Absolutely. Well, think about if all you re-promote yourselves. That's 50 right there. But also, I want you guys to come up with a recruiting goal for your team this month. If you have not come up with a recruiting goal for your personal team, and be sure that you post and you let them know what it is. Okay, you're posting it. I'm going to be doing a graphic that shows like the 50. Right now we're at 4, and we're just going to, every time, that rises, I'm going to add to the graphic. So if you want to do something like a thermometer kind of thing where, you're doing something like that, do that, or just say, shout it out. This is how many we have this many more, but come up with a recruiting goal yourself. So that way your team knows what you guys are shooting for. Okay. Every week this month, I'm going to be doing an opportunity event. Obviously on Sunday is our team meeting. So I can't do one on the Sunday that we typically would. So I think I'm going to move it to Monday this week. Sharon Zellen is going to share with me Susan Warshay's opportunity event. She said it's the best one she's ever seen. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but she's going to share it with me just so we have a little bit something different, that I'm putting in there. So we have a couple that, I'm kind of back and forth between. So every week, encourage people to go into the opportunity event. And I will be doing it. So I'll do it 10th, the 16th, the 23rd, and I don't know if I will do it the 30th of the month, but I'm going to at least do it 3 times. So,
Kayla.
yes.
Kayla.
I have a question.
Yes. As you flip your hair.
Something that might help all of our organization and could lead into an opportunity event is if we did another mega party.
I have an outline that the executives we're here, Kayla.
Shelly, I don't want to see your crotch. Can you put
That's
that away?
here.
It's very distracting.
That's here. Whose crotch are you seeing?
Shelly.
Oh.
Like straddling the laptop. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, we're here, Kayla, and this is Mega Bash. So we're getting there. So, okay. Have you guys made a list of people that you're reaching out to so far? Have you had your team do that? Okay, because your team doesn't always know that. Okay, what I'm going to do tonight after we get off this call, and I'm going to do it every week this month. You know how I made that thing for you guys to send out to all of your, good Kayla, send out to all of your people on your personal team the last week, where I took the focus for the week and put it into something that you guys can text out. Okay, I'm going to do that every day. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just going through the focus of the week that we get, and I'm pulling the links, out of it so that they can do it from their phone. But that way it gives them something to focus on each week. So instead of doing like the one at the beginning of the month that kind of just does a little brief summary, I'm going to try to do that every week, because you would not be, I'm amazed at when I sent that out last week, the amount of people that contact me afterwards. And I've been sending out that once a month one for months now, and no one said a thing. But when I send out that one at the end of the month, telling them what to do, just kind of like short snippet, I mean, they were like, thanks so much for reaching out. I mean, I love this information. I'm ready to get going again. I'm ready to see where the fall, so if you can take the time just to send out that little message, just text it out. And I showed you guys how you just go in and you print out, go into Consultant Connection, because Consultant Connection has every single one of their phone numbers right underneath. Print out that page on Consultant Connection of your personal team. And then I just have that paper in front of me, and I just text it out real quick. So, and you can do the fancy thing where you got the groups and the numbers already in them and all that stuff, but I just take 5 minutes and text it out. So be sure that you are reaching out to people and have them make lists of who they can reach out to this month too, okay? And then if you have people, like I told Nicole, I said, I know you're new, Nicole. If you have someone that you're in a discussion with and you don't know what to say, screenshot, share with me what you're saying back and forth so I can help you with it. Okay. So be sure that they know, because I think sometimes our new consultants, they don't realize that we can help them with that. Okay. So be sure those people that you are zoning in on this month and you're sharing those things that I just shared with you about how to become a director this month. Be sure that you are letting them know that you're here to help them with the conversations that they may not know how to finish. Okay. All right. At our meeting on Sunday, I'm going to do the pick 29 for $29. Okay. I'm going to encourage, just to give you guys a heads up at the meeting, I'm going to give everyone a challenge to do 20. Oh, Jerusha's on here twice. I see her in 2 different angles. I was like, wow, there's another person. But if you do the 29, then you can, it's just kind of a 29 for $29. We're going to encourage them to make a list of 29 people that they think they can reach out. And I'm going to go over ideas of, for those 29 people. Okay. So be ready for that on Sunday. Okay, so also I'm going to get from Melody Govig, I'm going to get a recruiting blitz, and we're going to do it mid-month. Okay, so it's just going to be a recruiting blitz, and it's going to be just an outline, basically, that I have posts. Okay, and we're just going to call it a recruiting blitz that are going to help some of those people mid-month, because we kind of get to this mid-month point sometimes, and you guys will find this once you guys are working with someone to promote to director, and you can think back to yourselves. You guys hit about like the 20th day of the month, and you go, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make that happen this month. And then it takes someone saying, yes, you can. You can make it happen. And I'm going to help you get over that hump, because sometimes when we're going for it and we hit those bumps and they're having those people that maybe someone they were counting on didn't sign up, or they're not they've had a couple flop parties. Okay. So you think through, some of these different scenarios and think about yourself. Think about what these people are going to need to help get through that mid-month. Okay, because that's kind of when it hits sometimes. Okay, so we're going to do a recruiting blitz mid-month. So fall mega bash. What do you guys think?
Yes. I'm anti, but don't count me.
Why are you anti?
Because
it's not an answer, by the way.
because I am. I don't know. It's because I have zero success. Did you
even do it last time?
Yes. And that's how unsuccessful I was. You didn't even know I did it.
Yeah, because I didn't see, I don't know if I saw much participation from you.
I did.
Well, okay, take yourself out of the equation. You're removed. Boop, goodbye.
Bye.
So, think about those that, I didn't mean physically remove yourself, Melissa. Think about your teammates, though. Would you say your teammates had success from it? Because it seemed like overall we had people that had bookings and stuff going on.
No, maybe my team needs more coaching or something because they did not have success.
Okay, so let me...
but I think my team was the only one that didn't. So.
Well, let me find out from other teams here, too. So those of you that feel like I liked it, what do you think you did? You're pointing... Okay, by the way, Kayla, you are pointing to someone that is not... Yeah, I don't know.
Misty. Misty's over there.
Like, my over here has no one over there, so I don't know who you're pointing at. Okay, Misty, what are you going to say?
I didn't have any success out of it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't get any success out of it.
Okay, Kayla, why did you like it?
I didn't have a team either at the time, so I don't know if that would benefit us as a whole more than
I didn't have a team either, so.
Yeah, but I didn't book a party off of it. I didn't get anybody interested in the business, and I got one $20 sale. That was it.
Okay, so Kayla, what about you?
I had that pilot I was doing at the same time as that. So I had to do this Help Whip Cancer thing, so I couldn't invite any of my own people.
Right. I knew you didn't invite anyone to participate in yourself, but what about your team? What do you feel overall did they have success?
It gave people on my team that had been who had doubted themselves too much to do like their own, to do another, like fall launch party, gave them like the gusto to do that. It had them reaching out to people like that were like their potential hosts, potential recruits from the past. So it just, for me, it was seeing consultants that had too much fear in the past to reach out and do that, to have this gusto to be like, oh, well, it's kind of this mob mentality. It'll be great. I mean, they were getting bookings and several of them had enough sales to submit shows, but mainly it was the bookings and people interested in the business that I was getting feedback on. Christy's not on here, but she had a really good turnout from it. So that's hard. I'm giving info from other teammates,
not necessarily yourself. Well, and I'll be honest, I didn't invite anyone. But guys, look at yourself for a second. You guys as leaders, you guys know, honestly, you guys have the bookings. you already have, typically your calendar. Melissa, your calendar is full, for a few months. You know what I mean? So you don't necessarily have, and I think Kayla's right, who I had from my personal team, that was excited, had success, was someone that was so scared to just jump out and do another party themselves, and they were able to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try this because she's running it for us, and this is a way I can add my customers and not feel so scared about running my own party. So that's who I personally saw, like on my team and stuff, that had the most benefit from it.
And what I'm doing for those that are scared and have that fear of doing their own party again is I'm really challenging them to do an out with the old and with the new party this month, so that, if they're having that party and then Mega Bash, like, I don't know, I think they collide.
Well, and that's why I wanted to get your feedback, and that's why I didn't know if you guys, this was just all the executives coming together and saying, okay, what are you guys doing this month for this $29 special? And I just wrote down everything that people are doing. So, and we don't even necessarily have to, if you think with the $29 focus this month and everything we have going on this month, we don't even necessarily have to do it this month either. It could be something that we could do next month. And like I said, it's hard for me to say because I can see Melissa's and I can see Kayla's. But from my point of view, I didn't get anything from it because I didn't even add anyone to it, but we already had this conversation today, Melissa and Kayla. I've had this with you before, but, a lot of times I, am telling everyone, but, physically I have to make a point to do it myself. Like I am really, really good at, saying, hey, you guys need to re-promote yourself, but I need to re-promote myself this month too. My goal needs to be 5 recruits as well. And I need to be sure that when you guys are sending out these things, that I'm doing it right along with you. So that's my goal this month to do is, everything that I am encouraging you all to do, I'm doing myself as well. So that is the goal. So we don't have to decide about the Mega Bash tonight either, but think about it and let me know,
I think that if we do it, I think a good time to do it would maybe be November for all of those people who aren't going to be having a party in November, but it would be a chance to get more sales for Christmas gifts and stuff from those that aren't on our calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
I can see that too. Kayla, what do you think?
I was just going to ask that whatever we decide, if we could decide it soon, because if we're not going to do a mega party, which is fine, I was planning on offering something along the lines of where my people could add their people to it, and I was going to do like a giveaway for a kit. I was going to offer a kit giveaway. Which I would have to do this month. So
I would say go ahead and do that yourself for sure. Because honestly, I don't know. I almost feel like doing the mega event this month will be a little bit too much. I need to throw something else out here that I just got a call about today from home office. So Kathy Cogazella calls me personally on my cell phone, and she said, are you and Ellington in the close area together? And I said, yeah. And she goes, you guys have done stuff together in the past, haven't you? And I said, yes. And she said, I really want to come down and see you guys and your teams and your directors. And she said, I really want to get together with you guys and do like a director meeting and just kind of see our team and meet with our team and stuff. And so I'm like, okay.
Yay.
So Ellington, okay, so there's 2 different things I've got to talk to you guys about. So first of all, and I will know more tomorrow because Kathy is supposed to call me back tomorrow after she talks to Ellington. So I want you guys to think about this date. and Melissa has seen my room right here. Anyone can see.
I call it.
We can have a big like powwow. I even have a teepee. Someone can stay in the teepee. Someone can stay in the bed. Okay, so but tentatively, I want you guys to think about this, and it's this month, so be ready. She was like, I have 2 dates open. Can you make this happen? And I'm like, oh Lord. Okay, so September 24th and 25th.
What days of the week is that?
Monday and Tuesday.
Ugh.
So she's talking about Monday having like a get together Monday evening with everyone, and then Tuesday morning doing a director thing.
All right, Misty, let's go. Look
Okay.
at that face.
Would we drive up?
Yes.
How long of a drive is that?
8 hours. I got 4, you got 4.
I love
I won't be there.
I'm pretty sure like 9.
My husband's birthday is that Friday, so that.
Jerusha, book your flight now.
Where are you?
You're funny.
Yeah. I'll be in Waco that weekend, Misty, so you can come meet me in Waco.
Hey, Jerusha, BTW,
that's-
when I promote to a senior director,
I
I'm
know.
coming to see you in California, girlfriend.
We will be here waiting for you, me, Raquel, and Naomi.
Whoop, whoop.
Time out,
Okay,
Mother.
you ready
I
for
think
number
we'll
2?
Drive the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah, there's more.
There's more, but wait, there's more.
I don't want the more with the look of your face.
No, it's this. I'm really excited. Kathy just threw me on the day, which obviously it's a good thing for her to come up here and.
She's awesome, guys. She
Yeah,
really
she's my new friend, so I want to meet her in person.
Yeah, well, and that's what I think too. Melissa, you're in her program.
Mhm.
I'm in her program. Ellington's in her program. Kayla, are you?
She's also doing that other one.
She, poor thing, she was like, I'm so sorry. I'm eating a power bar on the way to go.
The one
pick
I'm in.
Melissa. And she's like, I haven't even had time to eat today. I've been on so many calls. She's just, I mean, she's very.
Yeah. She's normally like 3 weeks in advance for everything, and I got an email with my information for a meeting like 2 hours before the meeting. I'm like, this is not Kathy.
Yeah, so her calling me and saying, oh, I have 2 days available this month. You think you can make that happen? I'm like, deep breaths in. Okay, yep, sure. What do you need, Kathy? So, hey, I want you guys to think about this. This is number 2. November. I'm not sure yet. The weekend. Obviously, we have Thanksgiving weekend going on in there. But Ellington called me today, and I chatted with her, and we are thinking about doing a director's retreat in November. And we are looking at doing it somewhere that is 2 hours or so from here. It's closer to Texas. So it is closer to Texas because it's 4 hours, I think, from the OKC area. So it's going to be closer to Arkansas and Kansas. But it would be like a Friday afternoon, Saturday, and then Sunday, like leave, part of the morning and then go back home. So she was asking if our 2 director teams would like to do this together. Obviously, we did that one with them, and I know some of you know some of the girls on their director teams. If you know my wonderful friend, Miss Erin Brown, she's on there. So is Kayla, who I know Melissa, which she just dropped off. I know Melissa knows really well. So I think that it would be a fun time for just as directors. This one would be a director thing and not necessarily a
The
whole
weekend before Thanksgiving is my anniversary. So if you do it that weekend, I can't come.
Okay. Like as in this 16th, 17th, 18th?
Yes.
I'm
Um,
also not free that weekend, so maybe the 3rd or the 10th.
I am on a cruise on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
okay. So you're
I
going
have
to
basketball
California
tournament on the
on the 10th.
Such a good coach. You know your schedule like that.
I know, right? I'm just kidding.
Where did Melissa go? Marissa, get on her.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna think about that as far as November, because she said just look.
Yeah, because you got the 10th or the last weekend, but then that runs into Black Friday.
Speaking of, sorry, while she's looking at dates, speaking of California, I know I keep forgetting to tell you guys this because Christy and I were the only ones there at Director Day. But for those of you that don't know Carol Redu yet, or don't, haven't had a whole lot of experience with her, she's our national executive, and they bought land in California recently, and they are building a house. And we all kind of jokingly suggested that Director Day next year be
California.
California. And she was like, and if you don't know, she's a very, like, if she says seriously, she means seriously. She goes, seriously, if I have it there next year, would you guys attend? So she is looking into that as well. So fun. We might do Director Day in California next year too.
That's kind of fun.
I know.
So
Melissa's phone died, she said.
there she's back. There she is. Melissa, we've been waiting for you.
Thank you. I was so sad. I sprinted and got my laptop out.
You sprinted?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. Okay. So what did I
So
miss?
Melissa, in November,
Okay.
we are thinking about doing a director meeting with Ellington and her director team, like a getaway, kind of like a weekend getaway kind of thing. They did it in some cabins last year, but they did it for their whole team, and she said it was a great area. But it is an area, I think, that is in between Texas and Oklahoma, probably a little closer to Oklahoma than Texas, but I know she said she had to drive 3 hours to get there.
That's promising.
And so, but we're looking at possibly November.
If you do it in November, I can already tell you I can't go the 3rd or the weekend before Thanksgiving.
You guys are killing me.
I think that still leaves the 10th. Has anyone had any issues with that weekend?
Marissa.
Marissa, what's the 10th?
Basketball tournament.
Yeah.
You know, that thing she calls work.
Yeah, exactly.
Melody, basically, you're going to have to decide what you like the most.
Basically.
Who could make the 10th work?
Marissa, is it something you'd be able to go to if it worked?
Well, yeah, why wouldn't I?
Well, I want her to come.
So, Marissa, who do we need to hire to help your basketball team on the 10th?
I don't think that's illegal.
So, Marissa, you be pondering that.
You know what? I actually have a 7th grade A-team volleyball tournament on the 10th and a freshman tournament this 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'm double booked already.
They don't need you.
Can you just like Skype them?
So who's out for down for the count on the first week in November?
Oh,
Misty's on a cruise.
We don't care about you.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So really, yeah, pretty much y'all are just gonna have to decide on a date and who's available is available.
Yeah.
Kayla,
Yeah.
could you make the 10th work? 9th, 10th? Tony said yes. Hey, Debbie, we can't see you. I see
So
your
basically, Melody is saying, "Who cares about Marissa?"
Yeah,
Not what I'm saying, Marissa.
it's what she's saying.
It's not what I'm saying, Marissa. Don't listen to your sister. Remember,
Totally is.
remember how you told her that she was rude earlier?
Sarcastically rude.
Hey, Debbie, could you possibly make the 10th?
You just have to tell me and I'll put it on the calendar.
Look at you go, sister. Well, I will tell you, I already can see I have 2 things on the 9th and 10th right there. I have Aaron Watson concert on the 9th, and then I have on the 10th, I have pictures for my family. But if that's the only weekend,
I didn't know Trisha was doing family photos.
she is.
Jelly.
So,
I'm signed up already.
did you say you're signed up already?
Yeah, with Trisha for family photos.
Oh.
but
I
not
just signed up with
Oh,
Shelly Sims. I would have totally done Trisha if I knew she was doing that.
Yeah.
Have you guys gone to her pound class yet?
Do I look like I've went to a pound class?
You need to go to a pound class.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to go, period. Honestly, I think Jessica would kill me if I left her and a 3-week-old baby by themselves.
Well, I was kind of wondering, when is her due date?
October 16th.
I'm not gonna make it till then.
Why doesn't she just go with you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Shelly, is she going with you?
Is who going with me where?
That sweet little girl on your hip. To the retreat.
I have no idea because the weekend of the 17th, 18th is Nick's birthday. The first weekend is my birthday, and the 17th, 18th is JBF. And I know we have something the 10th, but I don't know what it is yet. I can't remember. I'll
Yeah.
have to get my calendar out and look. It'll. I mean,
Can you do it in January?
I know. It's holiday season.
yeah. I was gonna say we're in December, like we have so much stuff going on. Well, oh no, that's the other thing. I know. That's the Evans' last soccer game that weekend, and I don't miss his
So
soccer
if we
game.
looked
That's
at
just something I don't do.
January, well,
I did.
so
I
the
missed
thing
one
with
since he.
January with Ellington was that's when they had their team one last year. But I mean, I guess I can talk to her and see if we could do
I'm available every weekend.
in January.
Me too.
What about being a team one in January?
Nah, that's too much.
You
I'm
don't
not
like me that
available.
much. I'm not available if my team's coming. Melissa.
I'm just kidding.
Let me talk with Ellington and see if maybe they could,
I'm going to tell Kayla to vote January.
say, hey, I think that we need tell her the directors talk tonight, and everyone has something like every flipping weekend in November, including me,
holidays?
honestly.
I'm messaging her right now.
The only weekend I don't have anything is that 16th and 17th. But I know Tony said that she can't go, and then some other people said they can't do it then, so.
Man,
So-
Melissa, are they like paying Kayla for all of the places her face appears now?
I know. I was so excited for her. She was like, because she struggled. I mean, she did not graduate Lead Plus with us, and she just had a lot of family things going on. And so whenever it popped up that she was in the catalog, and then it popped up that she was in the new Life Tastes Great, I was like, you can't quit. You better keep going because you're the new face of everything. So
For real?
Everything.
she's like, I don't even remember taking that picture.
That's funny. Okay, so a couple more things here, and then I'm going to stop recording because I'm sure these people are like, seriously, pick a date. Don't talk about a date. Next subject. We know what you're thinking, guys. So be sure that you are talking with the team members because, you know, and I'm going to talk about it some on Saturday, is some of these people on your team, they have, yes, there she is. They have fears holding them back that are keeping them from recruiting. Okay. And to physically ask them sometimes, what's holding you back? And listen to them tell you what their fear is and help them talk out of it, because some of these people, they just have a fear that they need to get over, you know, so be sure that that is something that you are asking those, you know, that are hesitant towards recruiting. Oh, and something I'm going to do that I'm going to announce is I'm going to do a drawing at the end of the month for all the people that recruited, and I'm going to do 29 PC bucks. So I may do more than one. We'll see. So I'm going to announce that I'm going to do that drawing as well at our team meeting. So there's that. So think through yourself. Make your own list. Think through who you're going to reach out to this month.
I've already reached out to 40 people.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
Have you?
No, probably like 20.
Melissa, you can totally do 40. I have a list of 25 already, and I just started writing them down today.
Nice.
Like when
I know you've got 40 people you can contact.
I'm going to do the Consultant Connection email first, and then I'm going to start going through drop lists and people that couldn't afford it. I'm going to hit up lots of different people. I already probably have three recruits without doing that yet. But one of my ones that's wanting to sign up already has her friend that wants to sign up. So it's one of those things where I'll probably put her under her friend, because then she has another friend who wants to sign up, and she would already have 2 recruits. So,
yep.
And she would be under my first gen. So I probably have 2. But
I have a question.
yes.
So if Emily gets her next 4 and I pull on 1 additional, is that the same as re-promoting? Or no?
No.
I've got to get all 5?
Yeah.
They're going to be gone.
It was a good thought, though.
Yeah,
because
right.
the people on Emily's team are not going to be on your personal team much longer. So that's what
Anybody else gets anybody else, and then I pull in, then those still no?
Technically, yes, but no, it's got to be yours.
Yeah, technically, yes.
Personal.
Because, yes, that's how it worked when you're promoting. But when I'm saying re-promote yourself, I'm kind of just talking about you doing it.
Like, you don't get an award or anything.
Yeah.
Like, home office is going to be like, yay, you did it again. Here's another necklace.
Hey, but I will tell you, home office does do a printout of everyone that has 4 or more. And you go on their paper, and Jean Jonas circles your name and signs her name and congratulations.
I got one of those.
Yep. So if you have 4 or more, yeah, I bet you did. Why didn't I see that? Did you post a picture? Misty.
Sorry.
I want one of those papers for my
I got one.
They mail it to you. They mail it
Melissa,
to you.
you need to have at least 4 this month. But we've already talked
I
about
That's my goal.
it. Okay. 4, you get a nice little letter mailed to you from Jean Jonas.
You're right there. I was number 5 in the organization.
Oh, there you go. There. Yep. Top achiever. July? Look at Melissa's face.
Melissa, do you really?
Shelly, what did you say?
I said, do you really not have one of those already?
Okay, I'm going to bed.
I was putting them in my filing.
Melissa, come back. Okay, I'm going to stop recording, guys.
Whatever. I thought I was done, okay? Apparently I